From Diana's undercooked tripe
So I have got some raw tripe here. That's what it is.
to Jeff serving raw salmon,
Stout and cranberries and gratined cucumber and raw salmon with feta cheese don't go. Period.
these unforgettable MasterChef moments show how one mistake, whether a slip in cooking or breaking the rules, can end a chef's journey. Starting with a sense of determination, Diana Billow presents her menudo, carefully spicing and mincing the tripe, hoping her method will impress the judges under intense pressure.
I did a play on menudo. I used corn instead of hominy, and I used jalapenos, and I used the tripe.
So how did you cook the tripe?
I put the tripe in a pressure cooker. I spiced it with cumin and cayenne and salt and pepper, and then added the tripe after I sliced it very thin.
Where's the tripe?
I minced it.
But where is it?
Like I said, Chef,
Despite her confidence, Gordon takes a bite, chews, and pulls a piece straight from his mouth. Diana knows instantly she's made a mistake.
So I have got some raw tripe here. That's what it is. So it's a really horrible, spongy... No, I can't even pull it.
Although she knows the mistake can't be undone, Diana tries to explain her attempt to hide the undercooked tripe, but the disappointment on Gordon's face says it all. He doesn't even need to correct her.
not good.
Damn.
I took the pieces and I cut them because they were very chewy, and I didn't want you to get a mouthful of just chew.
It's the wrong thing to do.
I was just trying to hide the fact that it was raw.
But you've done the cardinal sin. You've done the worst thing. You tried to hide the fact that it was undercooked. You diced it all up and put it back and smothered it.
Food safety cannot be ignored, and Diana pays the price, eliminated, leaving behind one of Season 7's most unforgettable lessons. Up next is Andrea. She faces a challenge where timing, not technique, could make or break their fate. The rules are strict. Every sausage must be ready when time ends. She sprints, but arrives 3 seconds too late, just enough to change everything.
We were forced to watch the last 10 seconds and sadly did not adhere to that rule. You've got to be down here! 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop!
Unfortunately, despite the judge's encouragement, Andrea was a bit too perfectionistic and finished 3 seconds too late. Now she has to pay the price for her mistake.
And it breaks my heart that one of the most talented, one of the youngest, one of the most inspirational amateur chefs we've ever had in this competition, sadly, is going home and not going into the top 10.
Gordon reluctantly eliminates Andrea. But in this competition, rules are rules. Timing decides her fate. At 21, she showed skill and calm most cooks twice her age couldn't match.
That means, my darling, you have to leave the competition. I'm so sorry.
I messed up.
But young lady, you have been incredible.
3 seconds cost Andrea everything. But what if the mistake wasn't about time at all, but someone else's food? Just take Lynn from Season 13. The next plate should prove why Lynn is called the king of plating. Instead, it ends his journey as Ramsay calls the other judges. Something is very wrong.
Wow, I mean... You got a second?
The disbelief is written all over their faces. Joe's first words already giving a hint that Lynn's dish has probably failed.
That's incredible.
You serious? Did you drive over it? What is it?
It's a baked meringue, mashed raised strawberries on top, and a banana puree. I don't know what to say, guys.
We're gonna eat it?
What is that?
He hopes the flavor can outweigh the flaws on the plate. But deep down, Lynn knows he's already losing ground to Gordon.
It's like eating a wall insulator with some strawberry or banana that your granddad left under his bed before he passed.
It's rancid. That is the worst dish I have seen on a plate in 4 years of MasterChef.
Although Gordon has already made his point, Joe hasn't weighed in yet. And everyone in the room knows what that usually means.
Unbelievable. They raise you up so high, and then you fall.
Yep.
Maybe
Lynn's dish ended in the bin, but the next chef's error would shock even the boldest MasterChef judge. Next up is Tyler, and what Ramsay reveals shocks everyone. It has never happened in MasterChef history that someone presented a dish they didn't make.
Very first time in MasterChef history, I am so sorry to tell you that someone has brought us a dish that they did not cook.
Unfortunately, Tyler's plan backfired when Gordon noticed exactly what had happened.
What do you mean, Chef?
Stay there.
Tyler freezes, knowing there's nowhere left to hide. He hesitates when Gordon asks him to identify the dish. Excuses fail. The truth is clear.
What do you see on that tray, young man?
My ramekins.
Your ramekins.
Yes, Chef.
Although Tyler is looking for a way out, Gordon knows he is playing a game and calls him out on it.
I don't know if they got switched. I don't know,
Okay.
Chef.
You didn't. They're on the bottom shelf, bottom left-hand side.
You put 4 ramekins in the blast chiller. I just pulled out the same 4. You served us Jamie's panna cotta.
Tyler, I am so sorry, but your journey is going to end.
Tyler's historic dishonesty cost him his place in the competition, but it was Mark, Season 2's next chef, who stumbled over something very simple. He presents a filet with rosemary garlic mashed potatoes and béarnaise sauce. The judges study it closely, waiting for the taste. Mark thought he made a nice addition to his dish, but Joe immediately had his doubts.
Does consistency look nice? You like the thickness of it?
I would have liked them a little thicker.
Thicker than that? What's in here?
Shallots, rosemary, and garlic.
And flour?
I had a little bit of starch because it was
Raw?
liquidy.
Joe's reaction to tasting raw flour says it all. He turns to the other judges, and Gordon makes it very clear that there is a fundamental rule when it comes to mashed potatoes.
There's raw flour in here.
What?
That is a severe technical error to serve raw flour.
There are several things that you can never do in cooking, and adding flour to a liquid mashed potato.
I was praying that someone else's dish was worse than mine, but adding flour to mashed potatoes like that without cooking them down is a big no-no. Even if someone's dish was worse than mine, I still have a...
Raw flour ruined Mark's dish. Up next, Randy Twineford from Season 1, whose family recipe the judges called one of the worst they'd ever tasted. He presents a loaded baked potato called funeral potatoes, a family recipe with cheddar, sour cream, mayonnaise, and bacon.
My mother used to make, it was called funeral potatoes. Holy hell. When somebody in the neighborhood, around the farm area, would pass away, you'd take a dish over there to them. It's got cheddar cheese.
Although Randy presents his dish with full enthusiasm, convinced it's a masterpiece, the judges are far from impressed, yet they decide to give it a taste anyway. Despite their reservations, they taste it. The dish is greasy, heavy, and outdated. Shock and disbelief show on their faces.
Okay. As a nation, we've moved forward 100 years.
It's definitely caveman food.
Joe.
Resounding no, I'm sorry.
Graham.
Absolutely not.
So sorry.
Randy's dish fails completely. His mistake is unforgivable, and he's eliminated.
He's out to hurt people with that
He's a
dish.
walking disaster, a culinary heart attack.
I weep for the future. I'm crying on the inside.
He's from a farm, right? So it looks like cow dung topped with cheese.
The next chef, Alvin Schultz, tried to be clever and paid a heavy price. He presents a beignet with coffee gel made from strong coffee, chicory, and sodium alginate, set in a calcium bath.
Inside the beignet is coffee with chicory brewed pretty strong, mixed with sodium alginate, and that's set to cool, and that's dropped into a calcium chloride bath.
With such a confident explanation, you'd expect a fantastic beignet, but the moment Gordon takes a bite, Alvin immediately realizes something is not quite right.
What is that?
It's the coffee sauce, Chef.
It's extraordinary bitter. There is like a coffee blood clot.
Graham takes over. And while Alvin tries to explain what went wrong, Graham cuts straight to the point and breaks down exactly what the problem is.
I think the resting time may have set more of the alginate base than I would have liked.
It's not because it's been sitting, it's the fact that it was wrong before it even got put in there.
Unfortunately, the verdict is final. The dish is called weird and disgusting. Alvin is eliminated.
Give what I personally do day in and day out a bad name. Whether it's got a cool ingredient or a technique or not, that's just bad food.
Alvin's science experiment went badly wrong, but the next chef made a mistake and then made it far worse. Deep in the semifinals, Jeff Philbin has just 20 minutes to cook a stunning salmon dish for the Mystery Box Challenge. It's a tight window, but not impossible to get everything cooked perfectly, right?
It gave me only 20 minutes to work with, so time was certainly, not on my side, but I did the best I could with the time that I was given. And at the end of the day, I don't think anyone else could have done better.
No matter how confident Jeff is, or how perfectly he describes his dish, Gordon still has to judge it on the plate, and it doesn't take long before something catches his eye and calls him out on it.
Jeff, that's exactly what I want.
It's raw. Are you trying to poison me?
Jeff defends himself, insisting that the salmon is cooked exactly the way he intended. Rare. Gordon is left in disbelief and makes it clear once again what is going wrong.
The fibers haven't even gone. Look.
But that's what I was going for. I wanted it to be on the rarer side.
Come on, young man.
Are you saying you wanted it that rare?
Yes. Yes.
With rubber skin topped with feta cheese?
I did go for a nice crispy skin.
Stout and cranberries and gratined cucumber and raw salmon with feta cheese don't go. Period.
Thank you.
I felt for you and given 20 minutes. But you're not going to lecture me that that's how you wanted to cook the salmon.
The verdict is final. Raw salmon and defiance end his run. Jeff leaves the kitchen defeated.
I'm leaving the MasterChef kitchen.